on, man?
So what you get?
Not much. I'm excited for today's topic, man. Let's get into it, man.
Who created God, man?
Yeah, who created God?
That's what it is.
Everybody want to hear about this and stuff,
I've been
man.
getting bombarded since I put the title up.
Yeah, man.
God, man. So we're gonna go in, man. I'm gonna do the best I can with it. I'm gonna answer it about 5 different ways. I know that's gonna make y'all think right off the way how you gonna answer that 5 different ways. But I'm gonna answer that a few different ways. It's definitely a good topic, something people don't never really think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The who created God thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. So we go right in. We cut this down just a little bit, and what I'm gonna do today is just give you a little of my philosophy on the concept of God and where we get this from, thinking that it's one sole controller of the universe, one man with a gray beard that's just said be and everything was. You know, that's one concept of it. Who created God? I don't like to use the word God. I like to use the word abstract, and abstract is, was, and always will be. That's energy. Negative and positive energy. Vibration, sound, and tone was always, to me, in effect, was always available, was always here. That's why in Nuwabu, when I was studying Nuwabu under Dr. York in the late 90s, late 80s, early 90s, we would say the all is, was, and always will be. Synergy is something that I brought to y'all attention. Synergy is the abstract energy. It's the strongest energy. It's the intellect of the universe. Meaning I work from the whole. The whole is the beginning. Now, how do we get a God concept out of energy and stuff like that? You get scientists and astrologists studying everything, and they turn energy patterns into the most powerful energy patterns. They turn into a force or a God, and say that that's God. So the word God gets created as these astronomers or whatever, you know, probe into telescopes and go into the universe, discovering matter, dark matter, or ultimate energy, or the zigzag zig, like I said, or a strike of lightning. This all comes from some form of energy that they can't figure out. And that energy will be abstract. And out of abstract, out of energy forms pattern by itself, because abstract energy period that we're talking about in my philosophy is already intelligence. This is pre-human beings, and we're speaking of intelligence. Intelligence comes from energy. It comes from light. These beings formed out of nothingness because they wanted to, and that will be high deity, and that will represent the ultimate abstract, or the ultimate nothingness that just always was. And out of that will form energy patterns. Deity formed because they wanted to, and that will be called deity. Deity produces other things.
This sounds like some magic shit just popping out of nowhere.
Well, that's the best I can give a person. That's the best any astrologist could give a person. How did God form? Well, how did something form out of abstract? Because it wanted to.
Because if that's the case, it almost sounds like it goes hand in hand with the so-called Big Bang Theory. Just poof, it's just here.
Well, the Big Bang Theory, again, that's another theory, and I use that a lot, but like I said, that is, was, and always will be, because if we're talking about a Big Bang Theory, what we're speaking of is something that had the bang. How did that get here? For it to be a Big Bang, something exploded. How did that energy get here? This is what I'm referring back to. That's
well, if that's the case, it always had to be here then.
The all is, was, always will be. I can't get to that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, out of that energy forms patterns, beings, deity, not God. You don't get the word God here. God didn't come in yet. God came in with mortals exploring and trying to find out what's going on. So they just called this ultimate energy. It must be a force. It's a God force or whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's no more than a God force than you are. You're a God force, right? You can take a baby. Everything they say a God can do, you can do.
Right.
You can take a child, put it in the oven. You don't have to nurse that child today. You don't have to feed that child today. You become that child's provider. You understand what I'm saying? Become the truth, the way, and the light for that child.
Right.
You understand? So we form God when we go to church and start believing what they say. They say there's a God in church, so you come out of church, there's a God. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So God is formed in the minds of people who want to be controlled by something higher. It's all just abstract.
Okay.
It's all just there. And what I tell you is the word you're looking for is deity. High deity formed into patterns. Made forms, right? Transformers. Robots in disguise. Forms. Once you have form, you have distance. Once you have distance, you got a numerical system. You can count something. You got a space to count something. Intervals is a space. So, like I said, if you grow a child up and they know nothing about God, they would feel their own power.
Right.
They would feel everything that they can do. No prayer, no nothing. Who are you praying to? That's why people kill me that go to pray. You're praying to who? Prayer means your God is naive, or your God is like one way. You can't pray, oh, I hope I beat this girl ass. Or pray, God, that I pass this and then she loses and I win. Suppose you got two people, same God, getting ready to fight, and they're praying before they go to fight. One girl praying that I kick this girl ass, other praying to God I kick her ass. What kind of God is that? You understand what I'm saying? You have to figure things out on your own, and that energy, once you align yourself with that energy, it'll come to you and help you. Now, if you want to call that a God force or whatever, so be it. But there is no God. The word God was made up way down the line to help ignorant people be aware of a powerful force.
Okay.
But if you want to think God is the man in heaven that that's pointing a finger, and he had another one pointing the finger here, and he got this big beard on, and then Christians tell you that he has a son called Jesus. That's one concept of God, if you believe it. So what you believe is what's in your head. So if you believe in God, then that's the beginning of God for you. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of other religions, religious sects, they believe certain animals are God. You understand what I'm saying? They believe the monkey is God. Some people believe, you read your Bible, Moses came back and they was worshiping the cow, the golden calf. You understand? So God is what a person chooses to conjure up and make themselves believe. You understand? That's what God is.
Say that again.
God is whatever a person conjures up and make themselves believe. If you didn't believe in God and you went to church and they started telling you about Jesus and God, and it felt right to you, now you believe it's Jesus, you believe he's the Son of God, and that's your idea of God. If you're on a desert and you're getting ready to die and somebody has water and an orange for you, that nutrition becomes God. The power that saves you. God is just a concept to describe something powerful, not actually someone powerful.
Okay, so people got it misconstrued.
I would think so. You understand what I'm saying? I would
Okay,
think
okay.
so, or else God don't work. Because how many times you prayed and it didn't work out? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I've been stopped praying. I haven't prayed in over 20 years. To who? I know that deity exists, and I try to connect myself to that high deity. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's all it's about, is knowing that certain deities exist and connecting yourself to that deity. And that's all I basically do. So if you don't believe, hold on, give me 1 minute, man. You dig? So God is, what people, like your God, if they tell you that God is a killer, and you know people that killed before. If they tell you God is compassionate, and you know people that's compassionate. If they tell you that God is all-knowing, you know all kind of intelligent people. There's people who can have those attributes that you say God is. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You can kill. You can make people happy. You can smile and show a nice face, or you can get on somebody's nerves. You understand? So people need God. They need something to pray to. They need, if you tell a person there is no God, that Apex is right, it's deity, they'll probably drop dead because they have to pray to something. They're weak. People want to believe in Jesus Christ. They want Allah to be there. They want Buddha or Brahma or Krishna. So they have to have it.
So the fact that they want it, that mean that it's a sign of weakness?
I mean, you are one with the universe. Think of your child. What do he have that you don't have? All you're gonna do is tell him to discipline yourself a little bit to get everything you need.
Right.
It's already there. You understand? God, you think God put you in a garden naked? That's a whole different story. You think God left you in some garden naked with somebody else be able to come over to you and teach you how to, put clothes on, and you didn't know nothing. These are stories in books, man. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
That so-called scholars translated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The word scholar comes from school. That's the root to the word school. Scholars were really rich Europeans, right?
Right.
Who had nothing else to do but study. And they hobbies were to do school activities.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So they were actually gentlemen and scholars. You've never heard somebody say he's a gentleman and a scholar?
I've never heard the gentleman.
Well, you're kind of young. Gentleman and a scholar. A gentleman would be someone who makes his own money, not in the work field. Already third or fourth family rich person. And he goes to school as trades, as just off time. Because he know better than anything you learn from an educational system. He know better than you think that's going to do you anything good. It's just going to put you in a set, fixed way to not think. Because if you go from kindergarten, first grade to sixth grade to ninth grade to 12th grade, then you go to grad school, you go to college. When did you ever think? All this time is you being tested to pass something, to get your nigga ass a degree, get your ass a job. And that's what life has been sold to you as. And God came along with that. So just have faith. And God will make everything all right. Get your ass to work, nigga. Don't learn nothing in those 12 years. But what an educational system has for you. Don't use your own mind. Then right after that, go off to college. So you've been tested all these years. And you're being diminished. You're being demoralized. The God that's really in you is being taken out of you. And you go through your life raising your hand, asking questions for tests. And you never became a question answerer like a God should be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So God starts in the minds of people, man. In just the minds of people. That, if you ask me, it wouldn't matter if you believed in a God or not. What that got to do with you driving messed up and somebody going to hit you and your baby's in the back and you die because you was doing 80 miles an hour with rosary beads and a cross hanging down there? What good is praying in a car and then start breaking the speed limit? I got in cars with women who would pray, literally pray, but then go out and drive all fast and break the speed limit. What the fuck did you pray for? You didn't help. You ain't working side by side with God to help you.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying? So God was made up and given to a group of people to point everywhere away from themselves so that they wouldn't know that they're soul of gods. I can take you to places in your Bible that would scare the shit out of you. They wouldn't want you to see Jesus in this way. So if y'all listening, turn to Matthew chapter 7, verses 21 to 24. And let's see what God tell you. See, I don't got to do it. Y'all do it. Matthew chapter 7, verses 21 to 24. These are people following Jesus. And they're telling him, Lord, Lord, haven't we did this in thy name? We got married in thy name. We did this. We prayed to you. And Jesus stopped and said, then will I profess, I never knew you. Because he said, our Father, he didn't call him God, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom is coming. Jesus telling you, I ain't got nothing. His name is hallowed. It's his kingdom. Our Father, and where is he? In heaven. Where's Jesus talking from on earth? How could it be the same person? If it's not like I'm telling you, I and my Father are one, meaning the same concept, the same telepathic communication, the same thought pattern. Jesus said, if you really follow me, you follow Abraham. Jesus said, it's going to be one that comes after me, and I won't even be able to tie his shoes. Now, Jesus is supposed to be God, but he's telling you about somebody that's going to come that's greater than him. Then you go another place in the Bible, Google it, where Jesus' disciples came back to him, and Jesus asked them, where's their swords? Where's your knives? We out here at war. And they was like, I don't got no swords. And Jesus, right in the Bible, tells his disciples to sell your garment, sell your clothes, and pick up swords so that we can go out and fight. This is in the Bible. This is Jesus talking. You understand what I'm saying?
So they didn't have to fight naked? Damn near?
Jesus was making... He was letting you know that we have to be a force. Jesus wasn't no punk. I can show you places in the Bible where Jesus just killed, murdered, straight out.
Oh, shit.
You understand? But the preachers, the reverends, the pastors, they're not going to show you these
I ain't never heard that till you just said it.
Yeah, look in the Bible. If I don't know every chapter, just Google it. Say Jesus tells disciples to bear arms, to go and sell your garments. And then you'll see later where they did it, and they went and bought swords. Because Jesus was a warrior. Or Haru was a warrior. Or this ancient Greek god was a warrior. You understand? But they're not going to show you in the Bible where Jesus called a woman a dog, a white woman from Canaan.
Oh.
She said, it's not meat to cast the children's bread from Israel back to one place, to dogs. Preachers are used that, well, he finally did, whatever he finally did, he called her a dog in the Bible. Okay? This is Matthew 15:31, somewhere around in that. Then I can take you other places in the Bible where God himself tells women that your controller is a man. This is in Genesis. But women don't want to hear this. They want to be tricked into women's lib and breaking down a man.
Say that part again.
In Genesis, when God taught after they ate of the tree, after Eve got deceived. All right? Not beguiled. Beguiled has nothing to do with sex. The serpent didn't have sex with Eve. That's a lie. He told her the truth. Anybody who want to test this knowledge? I'm God. So you want to know who God is? I'm going to tell you the whole truth. Then I'm going to ask you what truth really is. What are facts and what is truth? Should we settle on facts and truth? Do that mean anything? Or does experience and accounts mean something over truth and facts? Now let me get back to what I was saying to you. And it's simple. In your Bible in Genesis chapter 1, go all the way through Genesis chapter 1, read it to about chapter 4, and you'll find what I'm saying. Alright? Eve fucked up. If y'all want to believe the Bible, and if you want to believe in the God of the Bible, then that's your God. And he don't like you, woman. He don't like you, Eve. He was disappointed in you. Because the first words, according to the Bible, that this so-called God that we're looking for, said, what did you do? Remember, no, in fact, excuse me. Eve did something, but God approached Adam about it. You understand that? Because Eve is Adam's problem. When that bullshit story of he took Eve from Adam's
rib.
Well, that's a bullshit story because you can't come to no man and get a woman no kind of way. It's a homosexual story. All right, we're gonna bypass that. But the fact is, look at it closely, woman. When he created you and formed you, he walked you over to Adam and then left. Never said nothing to you, woman. If you're all about Christian Bible believers. So these women are full of shit, and I breaks them down according to their Bible. Bitch, I own you according to your Bible. Since that's what you want to believe, I'm trying to tell you all this Bible shit is garbage. But if you women want to be Christians and follow Jesus, then you should bow to your man right now. You should do everything your man telling you to do, because God told you that. And if you don't believe me, be a lie to you, child. Go in your Bible in Genesis and read from Genesis chapter 1, when God exactly in these words said, what happened, Adam? And Adam is the first snitching. Adam said, yo, the woman you gave me, erratic. And then Eve blamed it on the serpent. If you keep reading, he said, what is this that thou hast done? That's the first words God said to Eve. After he formed her, he walked her over to Adam, didn't say shit to her. Now go back in Genesis and ask women why, when God breathed to me the breath of life, he walked Adam around. Said, whatever you name stuff, Adam. Adam, you can have the dominion of the whole earth. He walked. I can show you where I walked with God in the Bible. I can show you where God formed you from me. Only God, a girl, got in her as a man, right? According to the Bible. And then God formed that woman and walked her over to Adam and didn't say shit to her. The very first words when he came back is because he was disappointed in you. Because you threw Adam off. But he went to Adam for what Eve did. Eve ate of the tree. Adam ain't eating no fucking tree. But he asked Adam what you had done. Because Adam is the controller of this woman. And you keep going on, and God is saying in so many words that all your life I'm going to put enmity between thy seed and the devil's seed. And between your seed and the man's seed, and over you that man shall rule. This is in the Bible. So if women believed in God, and they believed in the Bible and Christianity, then turn around right now and bow to your man.
Well, they're doing it all wrong then.
Worship
If that's the
And
case.
don't go for this bullshit women's live. That's the devil. Trying to make y'all think we can make money. We can do this. I can do it just as much as a man. Even Clarissa Shields, the boxer, talking about fighting a man. You look like a fucking man. Talking about fighting a man. You understand? I liked her up until she took a nude photo. Get that high up. And here he is, a black woman, a boxer, gonna let ESPN or somebody trick her into fucking dressing naked. I don't want my child to see her no more. Because these women think they can do everything men can do. You got to see them getting construction jobs now. And you're breaking your natural vulnerability down. You're not treating a man good no more. You're treating a man like you're him.
Right, I see women working on cars. They do it on my job.
They're doing everything. You're not supposed to. We supposed to have your back.
Right.
You understand? According to the Bible. And don't look past that, homegirl. I don't want nobody looking past that. According to the Bible, a woman, a God approached you mad first, never said shit to you, didn't give you nothing, didn't walk around with you or nothing, just gave you to Adam. You belong to Adam. You came from Adam, according to the Bible. Now, do I believe that? No. I don't believe none of that. I got a different story for my solar woman. I would have an entire different story for solar woman. But this is where God is formed at, and this is what you go out to in the world to believe. But then you don't even follow your own Bible. They don't even follow their own Bible. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't.
They won't follow their own Bible. Women are very, what I would say, selective in what they do.
Right.
But you have to know how to break these women down because you can find God in them. Women are gods too. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They're very powerful. If you bring life, you're God. You understand? So this concept of God, we have to revisit and find out where God is, where did it actually even come from? Who just said it was one man somewhere? That's preposterous.
Right.
Once you dig into alchemistry, once you dig into, once you go under a telescope or a microscope, a telescope, or you start trusting in different things.
Right.
Because you're actually experimenting this.
You start
to
opening up to other stuff instead of just going off that one thing you've been told. Right.
There is no God, man. There is a force, a beautiful deity, most powerful solar deity that is aligned with you. And if you align with them, you rule the universe with them. But the fact of one man called God, he said, let there be light, and that's not true. Okay? Because if you go through Genesis, and whoever's talking should be God. And the Spirit of God moved across the earth, and it was void, and earth was without form. How the fuck was the earth that had no form? Who's talking? And the Spirit of God. If God is telling his story, he'll say, my spirit moved across this earth. But it clearly says, and the Spirit of God moved across the earth, and the earth was without form and darkness. So who's talking? How do you know the earth was without form? There's nothing here, no humans, no nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So we're getting dictated to. And you have to come out of being dictated to, man. Everything is a dictation. So y'all clearly read Genesis all the way through from Genesis 1 to chapter 4. And right at this part where God is telling the devil he's going to put enmity between thy seed, meaning the serpent seed, the solar God seed, and your seed. He's saying Eve because Eve is not human. Eve is a human. And he knew the human children would start mixing with the solar children. The serpent seed, it said it right there. I'm going to put enmity between thy, and if you keep going, I don't know verbatim, it's going to tell you and over you, that man will rule. Right there in the Bible. So what is a woman going to do after she clothes? That she going to go against God? And still be all tough in her house? I would have been married in 2012, 2013, had a woman who thought she was tougher than me. And it turned me completely off, and I had to turn around and reroute. Because this person thought they was that much goddess. You know what I mean? No. And I don't want to control no woman. I want it to be even.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I can take you places in the Bible and show you whores. I can show you murder. I can show you where a prophet had little children killed by a bear. Like 40 little children had them slaughtered by a bear because a child made a joke. And I think in this verse, Jesus okayed it. He laughed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, they don't want me in that Bible because I will show y'all some things that'll make y'all non-believers. Because you can go to the book of Psalms. You can hear about a man called David, right? And you can hear God calling David in the book of Psalms his only begotten child. I thought Jesus was his only begotten child. I'm on 800 and something mistakes in the Bible right now. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So get rid of that and use the inner you to create the force that you're going to need to actually get by in this world. Because that's what you're going to need. You're going to need a force to get by in this world. You understand? America knows that. There was war in heaven, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At some point, God called an angel. See, Michael, you got to go fuck him up. So there was force on deck. Stop letting people think you don't supposed to move with a force. I move with a force. We in Maryland. I'm a gun owner. I'm a gun carrier. We can carry guns out here. It's a gun law. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
U.S. has the what? An air what?
Air Marshal.
Air Force.
Air Force.
You understand? United States has what? Air Force One. How many other forces? Think of it. You help me out. America moves in force. Even with Star Wars, don't let the force be with you. You're not thinking that it's a force. It's no one God. It's energy. It's power. You understand what I'm saying? What other forces did you have? You have Air Force. You have I had a few. You have Task Force, Police, Task Force. You understand what I'm saying? And then think of all the other agencies. What you think force means? I can't. If you keep hitting me, I'm not gonna keep saying stop. I'm gonna use force afterwards.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And if I'm God, I'm gonna become a killer to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Not that I want to, but I move with force. And don't ever let nobody tell you you're not supposed to move with force, because that's how true deity would move. Because we don't have problems. We don't have wars in our heaven problem story. That means somebody opposed us. Your God gets opposed, man. There was somebody around your God and said, man, fuck this dude, man. I want to turn on this nigga, man. Right? Am I wrong? Am I right? That's all I can draw today.
Right.
But y'all say that he was a good angel. Right?
Right.
Now, remember when I brought my friend on? I told you he was a Satanist? Everybody had all that shit. And I put on demonic shirts and all that.
Right. I remember that.
Don't Christians say that the devil was a good angel at one time? He taught everybody. Don't they say that?
Yeah.
Okay, what did he teach them? I'm telling you, he was an alchemist. So what if I come to you or people come to you and say, no, we studied the devil when he was a good angel? Then what you gonna do? Because you admitted he was a good angel. So that means he has good works out there. Satanists study him in his environmentalist works. There's a movie out called Hail Satan, right? They invited 1 million Christians to see it. 500,000 of these Christians converted over to Satanism within a month. I'm not talking about nothing last year. We're in 2019. It's a movie out right now called Hail Satan. And you'll get to see what the Satanists do. I am not backing them. But it's part of their division that's great. I got my Pope program, Protectors of Planet Earth, listening to Charles Manson. He had an ATWA program talking about protecting the air, trees, water, the grass, the atmosphere. And this is what the Satanists do. They're into evoking spirits that will help fight the forces of America, because the true devil, your government, the United States of America, not that I want you to move on or do anything to them. I'm not anti-government. But I trust, and from my own opinion, that the government is the one that's against you. The government is the demonic force. Pointing the finger at everybody, telling them that they're Satanists. When I know a group of Satanists that will save your life before your black brother will. I know white people that'll bail you out of jail before your aunt, sister, or your black friend. Some of these Satanists, they don't have nothing to do with worshiping a devil.
That's real talk.
They have nothing to do with it. They have something. They want to protect the earth. So I'm ahead of myself, and I knew that. But I knew people were going to think, put it with devil. I knew people would think, Satan, what do you mean with satanic friends? You know, and stuff like that. I knew people would just put that with something evil. I already knew that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But watch a movie called Hail Satan. Don't be scared. Don't go into anything believing. Your problem is you've been taught to believe everything somebody gives you a philosophy on.
Basically just look at it.
Don't believe nothing I'm saying right now. This is my philosophy on the concept of God.
Right.
But I can break it down esoterically even more, but I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm trying to keep this real simple and let y'all know that there was an abstract energy. It's all powerful. We can't get to it. Out of that abstract energy, which is intelligence, forms deity. These deity are called Nemo beings. They're called aquatic beings who came out of the water to teach the Mayans and stuff like that. A lot of different religions call them different things, but they were deity. And they were crystal deity also at one point. Your bones is no more than a rust down from when your body was crystal. They came with the crystal doctrine, teaching things that made sense. Agriculture, protect your air, protect your trees. Go out more and hug a tree. Sit on grass. Have a conversation with a tree. It's life. Buy more plants. Walk around with a plant. That's life. Have a plant at your desk. Have plants home. That's God. That's you being God. Create God by doing something great. Whatever the definition of God is, you do it. And you create God. But don't look for God nowhere outside of yourself. And in those stories that you're going to believe that it's a man somewhere waiting to judge you and he got a hell for you. And if you do this and if you do that, that's Santa Claus, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's no more than Santa Claus, man. So, yo, we're going to break down a little bit. There's many places in that Bible I can go to really screw your heads up to believers in that Bible. You understand? It's a lot I can do with it, and it will have y'all close that Bible and wouldn't want to use it no more because your pastors ain't going to teach it to you like I can because they can't. Because I have experience with pastors. I have experience with people who I share this knowledge with, but they don't want no more than their Christianity.
Right.
And they even tell me, man, when I finish graduating for this, I'm going to come back and get this. No, they're not. No, you're not. You haven't done it yet. You graduated a year or two ago. A couple of my friends from theology schools, these Christian schools. Right. But they won't come back to get this information because they got their degree, now they're ordained and they can go make their money. Right. They're going to skip over the truth. And I got some pastors that know the truth. But they're not going to mess up their congregation, so they're going to keep preaching you a God.
Right.
There is no God according to how you was taught there was a God. In that case, the devil is a God. He's a high God. If he can challenge God, then he's on God level. If God has a rival, then that rival has to be big enough to challenge him. Why isn't the devil just smashed? You understand what I'm saying? Use your mind.
That makes sense when you put it like that.
Use your mind. That's your God of the Bible. Y'all believe in God. Your God ain't shit. So when y'all hear me say I don't believe in God, it's the joker God that you've been brought up to believe. And turn on CNN and ask me what the fuck is your God doing? It's nothing but look at the children. Gabe, what did God do? For this whole generation, look at the world, man. Then you got people sending kids off to college, kids in college busting their ass for nothing. For nothing. They in a college dorm waking up without their parents. They're hungry to get degrees, to keep learning and learning and learning and take tests and do. That's the devil. That ain't God. That ain't nothing nice. Take